enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? Go retrieve it, just short, small. When I'm from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Penix to the air right away. This will be caught by Brown. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To the air, Penix. And this one is incomplete. Drake London, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd and 4. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Now Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? 60 by 6. 70. 70. Ready, ready?
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
sticks. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Clifford. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And Clifford to throw it. That's complete to DK. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11 now.
Here we go. Set.
Clifford will throw it here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Ready, go!
Bigsby is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Green Bay.
So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
The kick is good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels. Number 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60.
Here's Penix. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on. Unlock line. Unlock Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready. 18 Cardinal.
Clifford to throw. Musgrave's got it outright. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
5-yard pickup on the play.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw is Clifford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Cougar 19.
Clifford throwing for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Pinero's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And looking to throw, Penix. Pass to Bryant, he's got it, hard to cross the road. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Robinson on a give right side.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Bronco 80. Let go. Set up. Mustang 19. Ready.
They are going for it. Penix. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle.
It's Lloyd. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Clifford working from the gun. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coach said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Clifford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw, Penix. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. It's another first down, and what'll be a gain of 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their confidence. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Just let it burn, cause talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside it, come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need, give me the feeling. I'm gonna have it, I ain't gonna make it, so come give me a little.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one deep for London. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 56 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Now he's back out there to this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Another run by Bigsby. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Bigsby. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70s.
Clifford. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Ready?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
Cougar 19.
Here's Clifford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Clifford. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Take Bigsby. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
You're not. I see through your act, and I still.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Robinson. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. That one good for 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Go! Liking 18!
Penix working out of the gun here. Into the hands of London. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
On the draw, Robinson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
7 Pirates, 7 Bronco 80, come 19, come 19. Ready?
Back to Robinson now on first down. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll run again here with Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
She try to show me something. I got flows for days. Ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like, hey, you know, we don't want it. We ain't spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that, but my shows up. All in the kiss can't get the cold up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. He'll try to do it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Packers 21, Falcons 13.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. This one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Come on. Hey, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. That is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Clifford. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Younghoe Koo.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over at 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody more Power Rangers. Also dangerous.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because it's going to line up out right and cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Third and 3.
Here we go. Bronco 80. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
From the gun, it's Clifford. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On the carry, Bigsby. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
70.
Now it's Clifford. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
60. Go.
And Clifford to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many plays. I don't even play. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Go!
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Brings up third down and 14.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Come on. 60 Bison. Go.
Now Penix. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Here's Bigsby. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5, and they pick up a 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. And Bigsby once more. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Tank Bigsby with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Falcons 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Walsh. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
19-18. Ready.
Clifford setting up play action. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 70 Lions. 18 Pioneer.
To the air, Penix. And the Packers give him nowhere to go and they bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 19 Lions. Bronco 80.
Here's Penix. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
Panther 11. Let's go.
Clifford to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here we go, set. Nice, Bronco 80.
Back to throw is Clifford.
And that's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Reload. 19.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here is third down and 4.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Viking 18. Go.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Let go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Ready, set.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready, break. Here we go. 70 Lions.
Clifford will throw it here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Ready. Panther 60.
Throwing on second and long. Clifford.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll still have a third and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bill.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go now.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this play a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurt. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they did.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll throw with Penix.
He finds Robinson.
Now inside the 25.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Falcons get a bit closer. Koo now for the point after.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Packers 41, Falcons 27. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard
line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 10. And the Packer first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's low. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
They run the counter. Lloyd. And he has a Packer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And over there, wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. There's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL